Your Mississippi real estate exam is around the corner, so let's take a mini 25-question practice exam right now to test your study skills. Good luck! When must written information be provided to the buyer on any offered exchange program? A, prior to the developer executing the purchase contract. B, prior to the prospective buyer submitting an offer. C, at closing. Or D, after the offer has been accepted. The correct answer is A, prior to the developer executing the purchase contract. If an exchange program is offered, the developer is to provide the buyer with written information on the program prior to executing the purchase contract. At what point in a property sale transaction is a licensee required to perform an independent investigation to verify the size of the property? A, prior to the execution of a purchase contract. B, at the time of property showing. C, prior to an offer being accepted. Or D, there is no such requirement. The correct answer is D, there is no such requirement. The licensee has no duty to either the seller or the buyer to perform an independent investigation to determine the size of the property to verify the accuracy of the third party. However, the licensee should provide the source of the size information. A buyer taking action against a licensee for knowingly providing misinformation regarding the size of a property for sale must do so A, within 30 days of closing. B, within 1 year of the transfer of the property. C, within 2 years of transfer of the property. Or D, within 5 years of the property transfer. The correct answer is C, within 2 years of transfer of the property. An individual seeking damages against a licensee for such misinformation must take the civil action within 2 years after the transfer date of the property. Third-party funds must be deposited into a trust account within a reasonable amount of time. How does the MREC define within a reasonable time? A, close of business the next banking day. B, within 36 hours. C, within 3 banking days. Or D, the MREC does not specifically define the term. The correct answer is A, close of business the next banking day. The deposit must be made within a reasonable time, which the MREC rules define as close of business the next banking day. The interest on real estate brokers' escrow accounts program applies to A, short-term trust fund deposits. B, substantial earnest money deposits. C, long-term rental security deposits. Or D, funds belonging to the broker being deposited for 1 or more years. The correct answer is A, short-term trust fund deposits. The program is applied to participating brokers, clients, and customers who have funds on deposit that are either of a nominal amount or being held for a short time. If you like these questions, you can get thousands more just like them. We have an online exam prep package that you can buy to get instant access to our database of study resources like unlimited practice exams, vocabulary flashcards, and an ebook study guide that explains concepts and math formulas. The link for that is in the description and comments below. All right, let's get back to the questions. How long are seller's agents required to keep a seller's acceptance or rejection of an offer to purchase? A, 30 days. B, 60 days. C, 1 year. Or D, 3 years. The correct answer is D, 3 years. When a seller's agent receives an offer to purchase the client's property, the agent must keep a record of the seller's acceptance or rejection of the offer and the date. After providing the offer or a copy of the record, the agent needs to keep that document in the broker's files for at least 3 years. Ken is a land developer in Alabama with land for sale. He would like to advertise the land to consumers in Mississippi. Which of the following statements is true? A. Ken needs a Mississippi real estate license to advertise the land in Mississippi. B. Ken needs to find out if Mississippi has a reciprocal agreement with Alabama. C. Ken may simply advertise the land in Mississippi. Or D. Ken needs to obtain MREC approval to advertise the land in Mississippi. The correct answer is D. Ken needs to obtain MREC approval to advertise the land in Mississippi. Sometimes out-of-state land developers have land for sale that they wish to advertise in Mississippi. To do so, they need to contact the MREC to have the land advertising approved. The cost approach is a method to identify market value in A or an A. appraisal, B. broker price opinion or BPO, C. listing agreement, or D. listing price opinion. The correct answer is A. an appraisal. The 3 approaches to value used in a typical appraisal are the sales comparison approach, the cost approach, and the income capitalization approach. A broker price opinion primarily relies on the sales comparison approach. Which of the following statements is true? A. A comparable adjustment is a form of broker price opinion. B. A BPO is used to replace an appraisal. C. A BPO is used primarily for insurance carriers while appraisals are used only for lenders. Or D. A BPO is similar to a comparative market analysis. The correct answer is D. A BPO or broker price opinion is similar to a comparative market analysis. When completing a BPO, the licensee prepares a 2 to 3 page report that includes local and regional real estate market information, a neighborhood analysis, and similar properties that compare to the subject house. This price estimate is similar to a comparative market analysis and a residential appraisal. A broker price opinion, A, determines the value of the property. B, can be either a valuation assignment or an evaluation assignment. C, provides an estimate of the sale or listing price of the property. Or D, provides a comparative market analysis but not regional real estate market information. The correct answer is C, provides an estimate of the sale or listing price for the property. A broker price opinion renders an estimate of a defensible asking price for a particular property. This differs from the market value of a property insofar as the methods used for the BPO, compared to the appraisal, are generally insufficient to generate a reliable estimate of the current market value. Which of the following statements is true? A, the BPO standards and guidelines includes standards for ethics of BPO preparers. B, the National Association of Broker Price Opinion Professionals provides valuation services. C, the BPO standards and guidelines include standards for selecting comparables. Or D, the BPO standards and guidelines requires BPO records to be kept for at least 5 years with photos. The correct answer is A, the BPO standards and guidelines include standards for ethics of BPO preparers. The BPO standards and guidelines include standards for ethics and conducts to include valid licensure, objectivity, confidentiality, proper disclosures, professionalism, and compliance with Fair Housing Act. What is the purpose of a working with a real estate broker form? A, to explain how to enter into an agency relationship with a broker. B, to serve as a legal contract between the agent and the client. C, to outline the roles of the buyer and seller in any transaction. Or D, to disclose agency relationship alternatives. The correct answer is D, to disclose agency relationship alternatives. This form is used to describe both single agency relationships, both seller agency and buyer's agency, and dual agency relationships. The form states clearly that it is not a legally binding contract. It contains explanations of what each relationship entails and what duties the broker owes the client in each relationship. In a dual agency relationship, which duties does the agent not, we're looking for not, owe both parties? A, full disclosure and undivided loyalty. B, honesty and full disclosure. C, obedience and honesty. Or D, full accounting and loyalty. The correct answer is A, full disclosure and undivided loyalty. A dual agent owes each party the same duties as those owed to a single agency party, except the duties of full disclosure and undivided loyalty. When must a broker disclose a single agency relationship to the client? A, when the broker and client sign an agency agreement. B, within 5 days of signing a listing agreement. C, before the client and broker sign a representation agreement. Or D, no disclosure is necessary to the broker's own client. Correct answer is C, before the client and broker sign a representation agreement. The broker must disclose a single agency relationship to the client in writing before the client and broker sign an agreement for representation. The client and the broker must sign the Working with a Real Estate Broker disclosure form at the first meeting the broker has with a prospective client. When a broker discloses an agency relationship to another party, who must sign the disclosure notice? A, only the other party. B, the other party and the broker's client. C, the broker and the client. Or D, the broker and the other party. Correct answer is D, the broker and the other party. The broker must disclose a single agency relationship with his or her client to any other party with interest in the same transaction at the first substantive meeting with this other party. Both the broker and the customer, non-client, must sign the disclosure notice. Which of the following property transfers requires a property condition disclosure? A, transfer of condominium due to bankruptcy. B, foreclosure sale of single-family home. C, court-ordered transfer of apartment building. Or D, licensee transferring his or her own single-family home. The correct answer is D, licensee transferring his or her own single-family home. Transfers of single-family homes completed by a licensee must include a property condition disclosure statement. The others are exempt from the disclosure requirement. If a murder occurred on the property but was not disclosed during the property sale, the buyer may take blank action against the seller. A, administrative. B, civil. C, criminal. D, no. The correct answer is D, no. Non-disclosure of non-material facts or suspicions, such as a murder on the property, is not actionable in criminal, civil courts, or administrative action against the property owner, the broker, or an affiliated licensee. Which of the following is considered a non-material stigmatization on a property? A, former occupant was HIV positive. B, a former occupant manufactured methamphetamines on the property. C, black mold is present in the structure's basement. Or D, the structure's electrical wiring is faulty. The correct answer is A, a former occupant was HIV positive. The fact or suspicion that a former occupant was HIV positive is not material to the physical condition of the property and so need not be disclosed. Manufacture of meth can leave toxic residue on the property and is therefore a material fact that affects the condition of the property, as is structure's electrical wiring being faulty and mold in the basement. John is selling his property and is failing to disclose several facts about the property. For which of the following can John's buyer take action against John for not disclosing? A, John's son committed suicide in the house. B, John's wife used lead-based paint to decorate the bedrooms. C, John's neighbor is a registered sex offender. Or D, John's drug-addicted daughter lives in the house. The correct answer is B, John's wife used lead-based paint to decorate the bedrooms. The presence of lead paint in the home is a material fact which must be disclosed prior to the transfer of property. When a broker terminates a licensee, the broker must A, submit a transfer notice to the MREC for the licensee to be employed by a new broker. B, notify the MREC within 10 days of the termination. C, return the licensee's license to the MREC within 3 days of the termination. Or D, cancel the licensee's E&O insurance. The correct answer is C, return the licensee's license to the MREC within 3 days of the termination. When the broker terminates a licensee, the broker must notify the commission of the change in associate status and return the licensee's license to the MREC within 3 days. Prior to the end of the first year of licensure, the licensee must A, complete all continuing education requirements. B, pay the license renewal fee. C, submit an application for license renewal to the MREC prior to the expiration date. Or D, complete post-license requirements. The correct answer is D, complete post-license requirements. For the first year of licensure, a licensee holds a temporary license. By the end of that first year, licensees must have completed the post-license requirements to receive a permanent license. There are no continuing education or renewal requirements at the end of the first year of temporary licensure. If a licensee completes more than the required number of continuing education hours, how many of those hours can be carried over to the next renewal term? A, 16 hours. B, 10 hours completed within the last 2 months of the current renewal term. C, 6 hours completed within the last 3 months of the current renewal term. Or D, 0 hours may be carried over for the next renewal term. The correct answer is C, 6 hours completed within the last 3 months of the current renewal term. A licensee who completes more than the required 16 hours of coursework may carry over to the next renewal term only 6 excess hours that were completed in the last 3 months of the current renewal term. Excess hours completed before the last 3 months or hours in excess of the 6 allowed hours may not be carried over or credited to any other term. Who must complete a property condition disclosure? A, any seller of a 1 to 4 unit dwelling who uses a license for the sale. B, any landlord of a single family dwelling. C, only sellers of single family dwellings who are selling their own properties. Or D, property condition disclosures are not required in Mississippi. The correct answer is A. Any seller of a 1 to 4 unit dwelling who uses a license for the sale. Mississippi law requires anyone who is transferring property that consists of 1 to 4 residential dwellings to provide a property condition disclosure statement to the person receiving the property. These transfers require a disclosure statement when the transfer is completed by or with the help of a licensed broker or salesperson. To qualify for an initial salesperson real estate license, the applicant must A. Complete 80 hours of pre-license coursework. B. Prove trustworthiness. C. Be 21 years old. Or D. Be an elector only in Mississippi. The correct answer is B. Proved trustworthiness. Mississippi real estate license law requires a real estate license applicant to present proof of trustworthiness and competence to engage in real estate transactions in a manner that safeguards public interests. Which of the following is a requirement for broker licensing in Mississippi? A. Be subject to Mississippi jurisdiction. B. Be at least 18 years old. C. Be sponsored by another licensed Mississippi broker. Or D. Be a legal resident of Mississippi for 5 years previous to application for licensure. The correct answer is A. Be subject to Mississippi jurisdiction. Applicants for a broker's license must be subject to the jurisdiction of Mississippi and subject to income tax, excise tax, and road and bridge privilege tax laws. Also, brokers must be 21 and residents of Mississippi without a time requirement. Sponsorship is not necessary. So, how'd you do? Drop a comment below and let me know how many questions you got right. Now, if you want to watch more exam videos, then I recommend this one. See y'all next time.